Who's going to be coaching your AFL club at the end of the 2024 season? Matty Nicks will still be coaching Adelaide. I think it's great. Chris Fagan, I think, will still be coaching Brisbane unless he thinks it's time to depart, but I reckon he will. Michael Voss has to stay at Carlton. He's finally built some stability there. Craig McRae, obviously going to still coach Collingwood. Brad Scott, also going to be staying at the end of the 2024 season with Essendon. For Fremantle, I think Andrew McQualter's going to coach them. John Longmuir is gone in my eyes, and McQualter's good with young talent. Geelong, I still think Chris Scott will be there, but there is a chance that he burns out like Damien Hardwick, like Alistair Clarkson has, and he might call it quits, but I think he'll stay. Adam Kingsley will obviously still coach GWS, as will Damien Hardwick for the Gold Coast Suns. Traitor. Sam Mitchell will still coach Hawthorn. Great young coach. However, Melbourne will no longer have Simon Goodwin. I think Nathan Buckley is going to coach Melbourne at the end of the 2024 season. Bucks would want to stay in Victoria, and I think is a phenomenal coach. Unlucky not to win a flag with Collingwood, he'll get the best out of that list. North Melbourne, I think they'll still have Alistair Clarkson. However, Port Adelaide will not have Ken Hinkley. I think it's time to go, Ken. Instead, I reckon Leon Cameron suits Port Adelaide, and that's my prediction. Richmond, they have to keep Adam Uze. You can't get rid of him after 1 year. St Kilda, I think they're going to keep Ross Lyon, but there is a chance, given his history of falling out with people, he might leave, but let's stick with him. Sydney will obviously keep John Longmire. What a coach. And unfortunately for the Western Bulldogs, I don't think he should stay, but Luke Beveridge will still be coaching them. He's overrated, speaking truth. And finally, the West Coast Eagles will have Stewie Dew as their coach at the end of the 2024 season. Adam Simpson has been a phenomenal coach for them for so long, but he just looks drained, tired, and burnt out in that position, understandably as well. And I think he's just going to call it quits, have a break from coaching, and we've seen how good Stewie Dew is with young talent, which is what the West Coast Eagles are full of at the moment. Who do you think is going to be coaching your club at the end of the 2024 AFL season? Let me know in the comments. Creating the best AFL team, but only using one player per AFL club. My key defenders include Jeremy McGovern from the West Coast Eagles and Harris Andrews from the Brisbane Lions. Joining them as my intercept defender is Hawthorn's James Sicily. Rounding up the defence is a defender midfielder mix of Nick Dacos and Jack Sinclair, as well as the versatile Gold Coast Will Powell. You can get past that defence, then fuck me. I've got a star-studded midfield with Carlton's Sam Walsh, Melbourne's Christian Petrarca, and the Dogs' Marcus Bontempelli. Can you get a better midfield? Well, yes, with my ruck from Fremantle, Sean Darcy. And in this team, I want out-and-out wingers, not midfielders on the wing. They have to be pure wingers, so I've got Sydney's Errol Goulding and Essendon's Nick Martin, both the best wingers in the comp. So far, this team is absolutely crazy, but the question is, could you make a better AFL team by only using one player per club? My 6 forwards include 2 key forwards in Geelong's Jeremy Cameron and North Melbourne's Nick Larkey. Joining them is the versatile and the great Toby Green from GWS. Do you want some X Factor? Well, you've got it with Isaac Rankin from Adelaide and Shea Bolton from Richmond. Rounding up the forward line is a mid-forward player, Port Adelaide's Connor Rosie. And if I had to choose a coach, give me Adam Kingsley. And that concludes